Hi there, good afternoon, and you're here for lunch with Hirok. And today's topic is research and why there are no solutions to find. Yeah. So let me just introduce what's going on. It's been 19 days since I last talked to you. This is episode 068. Hi, and welcome on board. As you can see, I'm sweating profusely. I'm actually very, very sick. I have been down for about 3 to 4 days. Hi Vicky, welcome on board. Hi Delis, welcome on board. So the thing is this, I'm talking about research that is outside in the world and how they are helping or not helping us. Hi Siva, welcome on board. So let me tell you a little bit about research. Research, there are two types of research. One, you self-experiment, and I'm great at self-experimenting research. And there's a lot of things that I've learned from self-experimenting. Two, it is real research done in the field. Hi, Zemila, welcome on board. So this is what I'm going to tell you about the two types of research and why one of them is not finding the solutions to better help the world. And I'll explain to you why this is so. Firstly, research is done for a few reasons. Yeah, research is done to A, test ideas, B, generate new ideas, and C, to develop ideas. So there are ideas, and then we research and do experiments on it and develop the ideas. Or we come up with an idea and we do research on it to generate new ideas from that research. This is how research works. Okay, feedback is a closed loop of the research. So when you do research and you receive feedback, your research will become better. This is how research works. Okay, it will show you whether a program or a product works or does not work, whether a drug or a treatment will work or will not work. That's where the percentages come from. That's where cancer research comes from, where AIDS research comes from, where dengue research comes from. All these researches are done by people, by professionals, by organizations to find a so-called cure. But what a lot of people are not telling you is that sometimes the cure is something what we call low-tech. A low-tech cure is if you change your diet, you will get well. For example, cancer research, right? It's a low-tech diet. So if you change your diet, your cancer will go away. Poof, gone. But it'll take you 6 months to 3 years, depending on how bad your cancer is at the moment. All right? At this moment, what's happening to you? Based on that, that cancer will go away within 6 months to 3 years by changing your diet. All right? Do you know how to get rid of cancer in 6 months? Very easy. Go on a water fast. If you go on a water fast, your cancer is gone within 6 months. But nobody wants to do it. Why? Because it's difficult. All right? It's difficult. 3 years is for those people, 3 years is for those people who can't do an instant change in their diet. So they're going to gradually change their diet. They're going to be suffering for this 3 years. But at the end of the 3 years, the cancer is gone. All right, it's gone, completely gone. So this is the ways to look at research, right? But high-tech research is where a lot of money is spent to find out which medication will A, cure your cancer, but it's going to cost you $20 million, or B, it's going to cost you $1 million and you are forever indebted to the company that gave you the credit, so that you'll spend the rest of your life paying it off while continuing to be on the medication. This is how research works, all right? Hi, Kam Hong, welcome on board. Hi, Antonio, long time no see, eh? So the thing is, research works in this way. So first thing is first, are you looking for a cure? If you are, you have to go low-tech. Low-tech takes time, takes a lot of data to give you the cure that will work for you. It'll completely cure you. Don't care what it is, whether it's cancer, diabetes, whatever it is, it will cure you. All right, it's low tech. The data is available out there. It's empirical data. It's available out there. You got to go and do your research, or you can find out people who are doing the research, and in the process you will find out whether you can get rid of that particular disease you have. All right, everybody loves to come out with this word disease, but actually it's not a disease. It's just something that has happened to you because of the way you're eating something. All right, so this is how it works for me. All right, for me, I have done a lot of self-experiments. I have done a lot of things in my life, and in the process I have found out a lot of things about myself. All right, I have found out a lot of things about myself. The one thing that I will share with you now, something that I've been working on for nearly 4 years, and that is, if you consume a high protein meal for breakfast, you will find lots of energy the rest of the day. You will find that you will not have that sugar crash and things like that at the end of the day. How do you do that? You have to have something called a 30-gram protein breakfast early in the morning. Within 30 minutes of waking up, you need to have a 30-gram protein breakfast. There are two thoughts to this, because they have differing views for it. All right, if you're trying to lose weight, have a 30-gram protein breakfast first thing in the morning within 30 minutes of waking up. If you do that, you will find that over a period of time, 1 year, you will actually lose lots of weight. So a lot of people ask me, but how come you're still fat? Well, I've been experimenting. So I've been experimenting on different areas. So I'm doing other things, and that's why I remain a little bit fat. But this year, 2018, I'm gonna show you, by sticking to that 30 grams of protein every single breakfast, I'm gonna lose all that weight. All right, I'm gonna lose all that weight that you're seeing on me. And I'm gonna start this tomorrow. I'm gonna show you how I look like tomorrow night. And then for the next 28 days, I'm gonna show you what will happen to me once I go on this particular set of way of losing weight. And I'm gonna share with you my entire journey for the 28 days. It's gonna be awesome. Okay. Second one, how do you get better sleep? Well, to get better sleep at night, and recently I have found that I actually sleep better if my last meal of the day is at 5 to 8 p.m. 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. is my last meal of the day. I have a very good night's rest. About 77 to 8 hours of sleep will give me about a 90+% of sleep quality. That's how good it is. All right, that's how good it is. If you think that I'm lisping, it's because of the rocket salad that I ate just now. It's kind of has numbed up my mouth in the center somewhere. Okay, there's another thing. How about those people who are suffering from acne, pimples, pimples? Okay, if you have pimples, as you can see, my skin is relatively smooth and I don't actually have so much pimples like I used to. My mom and my sister used to love my face because it had so much black heads and white heads. It's gone. You know why it's gone? Because I consume more omega-3 fatty acids now than ever before. I eat more omega-3 fatty acids, no more pimples, no more acne, no more blackheads, and no more whiteheads. This is what's happening for me. It's my own personal experiment, and I have found this to be true. Okay, let's have a look at this, yeah? There's a thing that I'm testing out. It's an anti-aging capsule, and it seems to work very well for me. For the last 4 years, I've been having it 2 in the morning and 2 at night. And what I found out is this. It has helped me recover my memory in detail. Hi Sowin, welcome on board. My memory used to be very fuzzy and black and white, but now I can remember in Technicolor or in color everything that happened in childhood. Not everything, but things that I can remember, I can now remember in greater detail and clarity. That's how well this particular thing works for me. I have also noticed that my endurance has gone up because I consume this, and also my memory has improved, like I'm telling you, and my intelligence has gone up quite a lot because IQ tests are based on memory. So since my memory works better now, my IQ test has also gone up in points. That's how good it is. Okay, let's have a look at it. This is for conventional research. So the first one is self-experimentation, and that's the research that I do, which is low tech. It's free, but it takes a long time to come out with the results. Second one is conventional research and why it doesn't work. Why they're not looking for a cure. Because if they found a cure for it, for anything, whether it's a disease or whatever it is that's happening in society, people won't make money. That's why they don't want to come out with a result. They want to come out with a solution, a protocol, a medication, so that they can earn more money from you. Can you see all the sweat coming out? Yep, I'm sweating profusely. It's not because the weather is hot, it's because I'm actually running a mild fever with a very bad stomachache. So that's why I'm not feeling that well. I'm feeling quite under the weather. Okay, this is what they have to say. Conventional research is slanted towards treatments. They're not there to help you get rid of your problem. They're there to treat your problem, but not to find a solution for your problem. 2, they're expensive and require funding. Okay. 3, drug companies love to do drug researches. Okay. Number 4, no company will find solutions if they can. No company will find solutions if they can. They would not want to find the effectiveness of a medication. They just want to find that there is a medication. They want to experiment on you to find out whether their medication will give them a 22% chance of keeping it in the market. You will find that most cancer medication will tell you that the treatment success rate is 10%, which is chemotherapy, right? Chemotherapy, 10% success rate, and people are willing to pay millions of dollars to go for chemo. Yet, there is 100% success rate in water dieting, but nobody wants to do it because they will suffer. But they are willing to suffer for a year on chemotherapy. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Hi Moses, welcome on board. Moses is one guy who likes to experiment too on weights. Okay. 2, this is about professional scientists, all right? Professional scientists get their statuses from their jobs, and the way they do it is they will enhance and protect their status, all right? They will enhance and protect the status. If you find this of benefit to you or in any way educational to you, please don't forget to share this video. They will get large grants. So any research which comes with large grants will give them a bigger status. So they will take any research which gives them a large grant. 2, it has to be high tech. What do you mean by high tech? High tech means there's lots of experiments, there's a lot of expensive equipment and things like that. If it involves all this, they're willing to take it. Why? Because it also grants them higher status in life. Anything low tech like a water diet or a simple change in your diet and food and all this stuff, this is low tech and they don't want to do it because the empirical data that is required is in millions of people and not 1 person, 2 person, right? This is the reason. Expensive research is equals to more status. Yeah, they have to publish papers. So professional scientists have to publish papers, and the more papers they publish, the greater their status is, the greater they are more well known in the community of scientists. Okay. And do you know why They call this the ivory tower. The reason they call this the ivory tower is because they do research which is of no benefit to anybody else except drug companies and no one else. All right, so that's why they are called scientists and professional scientists who live in ivory towers. Ivory towers are of absolutely no use to anybody. All right, ivory is of no use to anybody. It just looks nice. It has got no value, but they like to bring out the value of it. Okay, so this is what it means by ivory tower. Okay, let me explain to you a few famous scientists. All right, this person's name is Gregor Mendel. He was a monk. Fortunately or unfortunately, he didn't have to worry about his job. All right, so basically he talked a lot about horticulture, which is about growing plants. George Mendel is a monk. He doesn't have to worry about losing his job, and he talked a lot about horticulture and how to grow plants. And he was a scientist in that field. Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin was an exceptionally wealthy man, and he had no job to lose. So he had lots of time, and he took a long time to write his book on the origins of mankind. He had no job to lose, all right? Alfred Wegener. Alfred Wegener was a meteorologist, yet he came out with the theory of continental drift. All right, continental drift is geology, and geology was his hobby. All right, geology was his hobby, and he came out with the theory of continental drift. But he didn't have any chance of losing his job because it had got nothing to do with geology. It had to do with meteorology, which is the weather patterns. So you can see one thing here. People who have been great researchers, who came out with great theories, which are still used today, had nothing to lose. All right, had nothing to lose. So in the same way, I have nothing to lose by experimenting on me, because in the end, I gain from it. I gain from it. Hi Vancy, welcome on board. It's been 19 days since the last video I did. If you find this of benefit to you, please share it with others. And I'm talking about research in general and why research are not finding solutions to better your life or to help you cure yourself. And I'm talking about two researchers. One is self-experimenters such as myself, and two is conventional scientists who are outside there, who are professional scientists, who go for status, who go for granting, who go for white papers to write. They are doing research which are of absolutely no benefit to any of us because of status. And because of this, they are called people who live in ivory towers. All right, that is where the term comes from. And I was also talking about three famous scientists who would not have lost their job because of their papers either. So these three people are Alfred Wegener, Charles Darwin, and Gregor Mendel. So just look through it again later on and see what I was talking about. So one thing is, if you want to cure yourself of any kind of disease, any kind of problems, please do low tech, because low tech will help you lose that weight, help you lose that disease. If you go high tech, you will pay through your nose and you will still not get cured. So this is my word to you. This is my share to you today. As you can see, I'm sweating profusely, and the reason I'm sweating so profusely is because I am running a slight fever and a very bad stomachache, which nobody can see anyway. But that's the problem. But I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be back in Singapore, and I'm glad to be doing this live video with you today. This is episode number 68. Thank you for being on. If you find this being of value to you, please share it with your friends and family. Thank you very much and have a great day. Have a great night in the US. Bye-bye.